Alright, so let's start coding the form, and let's start by creating the variables. And the first one that we create is the list of found passengers. Remember, when we search for the passengers, we will return a list with all the names that were found. So I will create a list, and it can be private because it won't be used anywhere outside of this form. And it will be a list of passenger type, and I'll call it found passengers. Not passengers, but found passengers this time, since this will be used for a search. We will also need a passenger object, so I can create a public passenger object, and I'll just call it passenger. Alright, the view mode can simply be a string that will hold a value such as delete or view in a string. So let's create a variable for that, and it's going to be private string, and I'll call it view mode. And finally, we can create a boolean that will hold true or false if the operation is cancelled. So it could be a public boolean, and I'll call it is operation cancelled. Next, let's do the constructor, and as mentioned before, we need to pass the view mode to it so we know if we are deleting or viewing a passenger. So simply in the constructor we will pass the string, and I'll just call it view. I'll call it view mode to be more descriptive. And of course now we need to initialize all our variables, so our list of found passengers will equal the list from the reservations form, so the passengers list from there. Now obviously this list will be filtered down the road, but at the beginning we can simply take all the passengers from the list on the reservations form, and we will filter it as needed later. Next we need the passenger object, so we'll create our passenger equals new passenger, and we can just have a blank or empty passenger object just so we can access all the properties and methods. Now is operation cancelled can be set to false by default, and then of course if it is cancelled we will set it to true. And finally the view mode, that is our variable, will equal the view mode that is being passed as an argument. Now you can see that it's squiggly and it says that assignment made to the same variable. What I meant is this dot view mode, which refers to our variable in the class, equals the view mode that refers to the view mode string as an argument in our constructor. And quickly we can also do the cancel event, because this is very simple. We only close the form and we can set the is operation cancelled to true as well. So in our cancel event, is operation cancelled will be set to true, and we will close this form and return back to our reservations form. So next let's code the event for the click in the data grid view.